Yeah, we're very excited about this new generation Evosep instrument. So when Evosep came with this concept, it was very good, and it was clear to me that's the future.
What I'm most excited about with the Evosep Eno is definitely the 500 samples per day method that I think will be revolutionary for the whole community.
Before I said, why are they even developing these 500 samples per day method? Nobody will use them. That's serious about proteomics, but I now changed my mind.
We're excited to introduce the Evosep Eno, a standardized separation tool for proteomics. The Evosep Eno is part of our contribution to next generation proteomics, a robust, high-throughput system for precise sample separation.
So historically, proteomics has been very cumbersome, and actually we used to always say it's not so much the mass specs, it's the proteomics, the LC in proteomics, that makes the problem. That has now changed, so I think the future is standardization, and so restricting the choice a little bit, but making much more standardized, and that's definitely necessary if you want to go to clinical applications, like really wanting to go into the clinic.
In general, I would say like high throughput. For example, now we can do like with this CRISPR-Cas, we can generate different cell lines like with different knockouts of genes, and then we can just screen it up like super fast and then just figure it out what's going on, right? That allows us actually to do real systems biology, but also we can apply this to cohorts, right? Like, we are now not talking about like 1,000 patients. Maybe we can just do now 10,000, 20,000. So I think the generation of all these data and with the proper bioinformatical tools, then we can really unleash the power of proteomics and then actually benefit the population.
The new Evosep Eno is definitely beneficial for all the large-scale studies that we have in the lab. So for example, all the systems biology type applications where we have to systematically analyze thousands of samples, go through many different drug concentration, time points, different cell lines. It really makes a huge difference, and of course also in the clinical space where we have very large cohorts of patient samples in the thousands, where the throughput now and would mean that we can do these projects in few days instead of weeks or months of analysis.
Also, for instance, in the combination with the new Astra instrument, so we have those. Both the Eno and the new Astra instrument, and then we can get now, even with the 500 samples per day, we can get between 7,000 and 8,000 proteins 500 times per day. So that's really serious numbers, and that opens up for workflows that we couldn't even think about a year before. So that's definitely made possible by the Eno, and we couldn't have attempted that without that instrument before.
From my perspective, the next generation proteomics for LC-MS-based applications are definitely some that are focused on clinical samples, high throughput, robustness, and large clinical cohorts.
It's amazing to see this transformation that we're going through right now. It's building on a lot of developments, a lot of improvements in technology, but we're also now working towards applied proteomics. It needs to be scalable, it needs to be much more robust. We need to standardize the workflows so that it becomes easy to use for non-experts.
If anything, I think this is the highest performance instrument, both in like peak shapes, resolution, and sensitivity altogether. So we have all the previous advantages, but we also have everything you get with a very bespoke and very specialized instrument as well.